started swinging at me.
Blah, blah, blah.
What's up, security family? Tonight was interesting. I was returning to my post from one of the back hallways when I get a call from my control operator, and he advised me that he saw two subjects on the cameras just outside the front doors. So I make my way to the doors, I go outside, and sure enough, there's two subjects out there. Subject 1 sees me and immediately starts walking away. Subject 2 sees me, does nothing. I observe that he's got some belongings on the ground, a sack and a long tree branch and a metal bar. Subject's about 10 feet away from me, and I try to make contact with him. I say, "Hey, sir, what's going on?" And he starts talking all kinds of gibberish, completely unintelligible. And it became clear immediately that trying to communicate with this guy was not going to be a possibility. So I tell him, "Okay, sir, well, you're gonna have to pick up your things. You got to go down to the sidewalk. You got to go down to the street." And he immediately charges at me. So I start backing up. I move myself away from the doors so that he doesn't go inside the building. And the only direction I had to go was an enclosed area, so I went about halfway into that enclosed area so that I wouldn't get trapped in a corner. And then he stopped. He picked up his belongings and started to walk away. So he gets about 20 feet away, and I make sure that I keep a 20-foot distance behind him as he's walking. And I forgot to mention, I called for backup as he was charging at me. I pulled my radio out and called for backup. So I'm walking about 20 feet behind him, making sure that he's leaving and making sure he doesn't harm anyone else. We've got a lot of people sitting in their cars, waiting to be called in, what have you. And so my main concern is that he doesn't hurt anybody. So I'm following about 20 feet behind him, and we get about halfway to the street, and he turns around and starts charging at me again. But this time he's swinging his weapons at me. So I back up again, and he cuts about halfway towards me, and then he stops, turns around, and starts walking toward the street again. So I resume following him at a distance. Once he gets to the street, my backup arrives. I've got a patrol unit in a car, and then I've got my supervisor on foot coming up behind me. So now there's three of us. Patrol unit gets out of the car, and we form a triangle as we're following him. One on each side and one behind him, and we start walking him toward the street at the end there and trying to get him off property. And he starts trying to charge us again. So I notified our control officer to call PD. PD was notified. We finally get him to the street, and he goes across the street. And so we return to our post. PD ended up putting the guy in custody, and we had him charged with official trespass. So now if he ever comes back to the property, it's an automatic trespass. But just grateful for my backup. We're grateful for my patrol officer and my supervisor. Grateful that they responded. They were quick to respond, and the situation was handled without anybody getting hurt. So that was great. But no, this guy was either had destroyed himself with drugs, or he was currently on drugs at the time, because he was not capable of even getting out a word that made any sense. So there was no talking to him. There's no negotiating with him or any of those tactics. That was just a time when it was a matter of just making sure that everybody stays safe, and trying to get him off the property without an incident. So grateful for my backup, and for you guys out there who are on sites that have no guards other than yourself. There's no backup. You're the main show. Stay safe out there. Be wise. Be careful when confronting people, because you never know when they could just pop off. Very unpredictable. especially when drugs or psychosis is involved. So just stay safe out there, guys. Hope you have a great day. We'll catch you later. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and like, comment, and share. Thank you much.